Tariq, where are you? Why? Fine. Fine. Alright, fine. Tariq ditched, man.
Let me guess, he said he wasn't comfortable acting.
I mean, really, how hard is it to act?
Acting is just pretending, you know. They pretend all the time. They act in front of their parents, act all pious and stuff, and then in front of all the ladies act like macho men. Tell me to act like a clown. It's not that hard. And we had this whole thing set up for them. We had the mixing station ready, the camera, the people to do it. We even have this script that's tailor-made for them. But I think what pisses me off more than all this stuff is the fact that I've done some major favors for Tariq. Major favors.
Yeah, exactly. And this was their chance to reciprocate.
They wouldn't have been able to... I mean, I never told you this, but I wore a burqa for Tariq.
I'm sorry, what? You wore a burqa for Tariq?
He had this plan where I'd attend this dinner party wearing a burqa, and then I'd be infiltrating the sister section. I had to basically sit by his auntie that was interested in him marrying her daughter, and I had to dissuade her. And I'd pretend like I'm his current love interest. So I'm in this room full of sisters, and I was pulling it off for a while. I was like, yes, auntie, I realize I have broad shoulders and thick thighs. I like to work out. And they were all actually digging me. But the best part of it was the fact that I was in the burqa, and I have naturally effeminate eyes. It fooled everybody. I mean, take a look at this.
Yeah, Asma told me that she'd kill for your voluptuous eyelashes.
I get that a lot. And that's why, you know, I thought it would work out. It was actually a pretty good plan. But after a while, they told me to take the burqa off. They said, you know, there's no brothers here, and, you know, I might as well, you know, be like everybody else. So I actually had to jet because of that. But here's a problem. And this is what makes the favor so big in my eyes. When I went out to my car, it was freezing cold. And I had no idea that you wore clothes underneath the burqa. So they had this vicious updraft, and I caught pneumonia, and I was stuck in the hospital for a whole week.
Man. So what did your parents say?
They wondered, actually, you know what? They found the burqa suit in my closet. Yeah. I told them I bought a ninja costume for Halloween, even though it was 5 months ahead of Halloween. But the problem was I had to commit to that and actually be a ninja when I wanted to be the Joker.
Oh, that's not bad. I mean, everybody was a Joker that Halloween.
No, that's true. The ninjas were heinously underrepresented that Halloween. So it worked out okay. Everybody was Joker.
You wouldn't believe what I had to do for Yusuf last Ramzan. He wanted to watch the hockey game. And so on the way to the mosque, he tells me, he's like, you know what? You have to faint in the middle of your prayer. So I'm like, you know, what's the harm in that, right? And so I'm standing there, I'm praying, and, you know, I faint, right? The plan was that after I faint, he was going to take me outside, get me some air, and then we'd go home and watch the game, right? What ended up happening is I faint, and just to add some drama, right, I start, like, having convulsions, right? So I'm, like, on the ground, and I'm like, and so Beardo at the back gets all excited, so he comes around from the back, and he starts, like, doing CPR on me, and I'm like, what the heck? And so he's pounding on my chest, right? He's pounding on my chest, and that forces me, he didn't know how to do CPR. And so he's pounding on my chest, and that forces me to puke. So I puke all my iftar all over his face, and it's like, it's all over his beard, and it's like dripping on me, and somebody called the ambulance, right? Lo and behold, I find myself in the back of an ambulance. 3 months later, I get a bill in the mail for $300 from the ambulance. And my dad found out, and he sees this bill, and he's like, oh, Firaz, he's like, what the hell, this is?
Firaz, that was the most impressive thing I've ever heard in my life.
Thank you, my friend.
But you know what doesn't surprise me? I remember your birthday party, where I was 10 years old at the time, but I wet my pants, and you came in and saved me like a white knight with those water balloons, pounding me till I was soaking wet, and no one knew what I did.
You know what? I was happy to do that.
I'm eternally grateful. And you know what? Tariq and Yusuf were at that party, and they didn't do anything for me.
Nothing.
So I'm not surprised that they're not here for us now. We've been here for each other from
day one.
Yeah.
You know what, Omar? We don't need them. We have everything in this room to make a perfectly good movie. I mean, you spent $500 of your tuition money on that sound equipment back there.
Might not do so well without textbooks.
I borrowed that lamp from my grandmother.
I quite like that lamp.
And I stole this drum from my uncle. I mean, it's all right here in this room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah! Not only do we got all the equipment we'll ever need, we got all the town right here, baby.
Heck yeah.
Of course, we can't use this script anymore.
We're gonna make a film the likes of which the world has never, ever seen.
Tariq Asim and Yusuf Butt were both born in the mid-80s and have over the years become menaces to society. Each phase of their lives have resulted in increased instances of nastiness. During their youth, chaos and panic ensued. Anything they would touch, they would bring to ruins. As they matured into adults, they have transformed into incredible forces of sinisterism. It is presumed that Tariq Asim was a major influential force that led to the invasion of Iraq. There is also new evidence that Mr. Asim has made it a habit to put empty milk cartons back into the fridge. Researchers agree Tariq's lazy habits are partially responsible for the global economic crisis. Yusuf Butt, on the other hand, is rumored to enjoy the act of shoving small children into bushes. In fact, experts speculate that if Yusuf had access to a time machine, that he would travel into the past and shove his 2-year-old self. Furthermore, the same experts conclude that if 2-year-old Yusuf had access to a time machine, that he would be partially responsible for World War III. Have you ever wondered why there is no food in Africa? Why is there no peace in the Middle East? Why Zardari got elected? Why MACT wasn't fired earlier? And why Edmonton is such a dump? It might be due to the fact that they are possibly affiliated with the most neoconservative, xenophobic, irrational, and most laughably ridiculous organization in Canada, the Muslim Canadian Congress. The Asim Butt Coalition. Pure, unadulterated badness. Some of the depictions contained within may have been slightly exaggerated. Omar and Firaz are not responsible for the content of this movie.
Firaz? Oh, Firaz? Oh, Firaz? What the hell is this? Firaz? Oh, Firaz? Oh, Firaz?